Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Echo Mystery. Hope everyone is fine and safe. In the today's class, we will discuss about the ledger posting process. We will understand what is the basis of the ledger posting. So as we discussed in the previous class about the journal entry, we had a discussion about how to prepare, what are the bases and what are the rules that we need to follow and consider while posting the journal entries. So before start with the ledger posting, it is very essential for you to have a clarity on the journal posting because there is a connection between both. You should be comfortable with ledger posting, journal posting process. Then it's very easy to get a clarity on the ledger posting. So let's understand what is a connection between both. So as we know that each account has two sides, one is debit side and another is a credit side, right? So whatever the account we have credited or debited in the journal entry, so that side of account, while preparing the ledger, we have to get it affected. So suppose you have received the cash in your business. So what is coming into the business? Cash. And who's ever giving the cash into the business, he is a giver for the business. So cash should be debited, and who has given the cash into the business, it should be credited. So cash is a first account that we have to prepare, that is a first ledger account, and second one is a giver ledger account that we have to prepare. Either the owner has introduced the capital or someone has given you to the loan, right? So in the journal entry, what we did, we have debited the cash. So the cash account, the debit side of the cash account, we have to debited it. And then the similar manner for the giver who has given you the cash, the particular ledger account we have to credited it, because in the journal entry we have credited that side, right? So that's why I said it is very essential for you to have a control or a grasp on that journal entry. Then you will able to understand about the ledger posting process. And there is another one more concept before starting with the ledger posting. So whenever you have purchased any asset, is there any increase in the asset, any increase in any expenses, it should be debited, because asset pertains to the real account, it's come under the real account. So that's why we have to debit it, any increase in the asset. And expense comes under the nominal account, so we have to debit it. And this will be a vice versa with the liability or in the with the income. Whenever the liability will be decreased or any income will be decreased, it should be debited. And whenever liability will increase or income will increase, it should be credited. And whenever asset will be decreased and expense will be decreased, it should be credited. All right, so we will discuss with some more examples. We'll try to solve it. First example is cash received from Ram 50,000 on 1st April. So first of all, we'll try to post one journal entry, and through the journal entry we will prepare the ledger account. So tell me, think about it. What all are the ledgers are involved in this journal entry? First is cash and second is Ram. You have received the cash into the business, and second one is Ram has given the cash into the business. So what journal entry will post for this? Cash account debit to Ram. Okay. So first of all, we will prepare the cash account. So in the cash account, we have debited it to Ram account 50,000, because in the journal entry we have debited the cash account. Okay. And balance, so the cash account as that particular date has a debit balance. All right. In the Ram's account, we have credited it to buy cash account. And first, another thing that you have to remember, whenever you have debited it, anything, any remark or any, so you have to use to. And for the credit something into the ledger, you have to use buy. So to pertains with the debit and buy pertains with the credit. Okay. Next question example is purchase of goods for the cash. It means you have purchased the inventory for your business and you have paid the cash for the purchase of the inventory. It means goods coming into the business, inventory is coming into the business, but for that you have paid the cash. It means cash is going out from the business. So what will be the journal entry? Inventory account debit to cash account. So there are two ledgers which involve in this transaction, inventory and second one is cash. So in the inventory or in the, what will you post? to cash account, because in the journal entry what you have debited inventory, right? So to cash account 30,000, and in the cash account buy purchase. Okay. And in the ledger also you have to mention the date, you have to mention the amount, you have to mention the particular, and in the particular you have to use the other no other nomenclature of that other side, right? Paid rent 10,000. It means you have incurred some expense. Rent is an expense, it come under nominal account that you have to debit it, and you have already paid the rent. So rent account debit to cash. So there are two accounts involved, rent and second is cash account. So under the rent account it should be debited. What should you debit? To cash account by mentioning the date and the amount. Okay. And in the cash account you will credit it by rent account 10,000. I am repeating again, for the debit you have to use to, and for the credit side you have to use by. Received commission income of 8,000 on 4th April. It means you have received your income and you have received in cash. So there are two accounts involved, income account and second one is cash account. And what is coming into the business? Cash, and income come under the nominal account, it should be credited. So what will be the journal entry that you will post? Cash account debit to revenue. All right. So cash account, in this journal entry the cash account should be debited. So what you will post? Date to commission account by amount, and enter the commission account you should be credited. So by cash amount and by mentioning the date. Next example, owner introduced capital of 1 rupees 1 lakh on 5th April. It means owner has started his business, and in his business he has introduced some amount of capital. All right. So cash account debit to capital, because cash is coming into the business, and owner capital it is pertains to the personal account, and he is a giver from the business perspective, so his account should be credited. Okay. So in the cash account to capital account 1 lakh, and in the capital account by cash account, because capital account should be credited. Next one is purchase furniture on credit from the Rahul. So in the business furniture is coming, but it is coming on the credit basis. You have not paid the cash from the business. So what journal entry you will post? Furniture account debit to Rahul account, because furniture come under the real account, and furniture is coming into the business, it should be debited. But for furniture you have not paid the cash. You have purchased this on a credit basis. So Rahul is the creditor for you, that you have to pay the amount in the later days. So he's a giver from the business perspective, it pertains to the personal account, so he's a giver, it should be credited, right? So there are two ledger involved, furniture and Rahul. So in the furniture account to Rahul should be debited, and in the Rahul's account by furniture. Okay. Every time there are 3-4 points that you have to consider while preparing the ledger. First of all, you have to mention the date, amount and particular. Whenever you have to debit the side, you have to use to, and whenever you have to credit the side, you have to use by. Okay. And debit and credit will be, you need to consider from the perspective of journal entry, or either you will apply the rule, whenever increase in asset or increase in expense, it should be debited, and whenever there is a decrease in expenses or revenue, it should be debited, and it's a vice versa for the credit side. All right. There is also one more case study that we will try, in which multiple ledgers or multiple transaction when involved. For example, on 1st April started business with cash. So owner has started his business with the cash. So it means he has introduced some amount of capital into the business. So cash is your asset and capital, it's a liability, right? So so cash is an asset, so is increase in asset, so it should be debited in the cash account. So this is a cash account, it should be debited to capital account, right? And in the capital account it should be credited by cash. Purchase furniture for cash, it means furniture is coming into the business, it is an asset for the business, it means asset has been increased. But for purchase of the furniture you have to pay the cash, so cash is also a asset, it is going out from the business. So in the cash account it is going out from the business, it should be credited, right? So but how will you disclose in your ledger account, the cash account of the ledger? By furniture 40,000, and in the furniture ledger to cash rupees 40,000. Okay. Next is paid rent, 8,000. It means you have incurred the expense, you are paying the money, rent account debit to cash, and it is increase in expenses. So in the rent account, what you will show to cash account, and in the cash account buy rent. Okay, it's up to you how do you want to prepare a ledger. Either you have to follow the journal entry process, either you have to follow that rule that I've told you. If any increase in the asset or any increase in expense, it should be debited, and decrease in expenses, decrease in liability, decrease in liability or decrease in revenue should be debited, and vice versa for the credit side. It's up to you what approach you have to follow. The answer every time will be same only. Second is, this is a second case study. Purchase goods on credit from the Rohan. It means inventory is coming into the business, but for that inventory you have not paid the cash yet. You have purchased a inventory on the credit basis only. So so it means, since you have purchased the goods, since you have purchased the inventory, asset has been increased, but you have not cleared the payment. It means it is increase in the liability also. So increase in asset, it should be debited it. So inventory account debit to, because you have not cleared the payment, liability is also increased. So to Rahul, to Rohan. Okay. So so there are two accounts involved. One is inventory, or second is Rohan account. So in the inventory account, it should be debited to Rohan, and in the Rohan account by inventory or by purchases. Okay, sold goods for the cash. It means you are able to sell some goods on the cash basis. So increase in revenue should be credited, but and cash is also coming into the business. Increase in asset, it should be debited. So two accounts involved, revenue and cash. So in the revenue account by cash, and in the cash account to revenue. Cash account to revenue or to sale, and sale by cash. Paid 30,000 to Rohan. So in the first transaction, you have purchased the inventory on the credit basis from Rohan, 60,000, but out of the 60,000 you have paid 30,000. So it means liability has been in decrease. Since liability has been decreased, it should be debited. Rohan account debit to cash is going out from the business. It is a decrease in asset, it should be credited. So Rohan account should be, we need to debit it. Rohan account, we should be, because it is decreasing, we should be debited to cash account. Okay, and cash is going out from the business, that account should also be credited by Rohan accounts. Okay, so through this manner you have to prepare the accounts. And please understand, for the accounting, to get, you are able to prepare the financial statement only when you have the understanding about the journal entry process, ledger posting process, because these two process will help you to prepare the trial balance. And when you are able to prepare the trial balance, then only you are able to understand about the balance sheet and the profit and loss account. So only journal entry and the ledger posting process is, these are the two concepts who are which are the basis of the entire account. Please practice more and more questions as much as you can do, then you are able to understand about the entire uh, stuff, I should say. So try to practice more and more complex questions. Okay, so whenever you have any doubt, please reach out to me. I'm happy to answer out the queries whatever you have. Okay.